What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie review. My name's Big Cam, and I feel very uniquely qualified to talk about this movie today because just recently I played all five, yes, five, because there's 4 games in a DLC of the Uncharted games. And the first one's very old, the second one slightly less old. The third game is when it starts to become like really good games, and then the fourth game is one of the best games ever. The DLC, you get to play as Chloe Fraser, and you really become, she becomes one of your fan favorites. I mean, she's normally a side character in the normal 4 Uncharted games, but every time she shows up, you're like, yes, Chloe's awesome. And this movie's decent, and this movie we're talking about is 2022's Uncharted, starring Tom Holland and Mark WahlBerg, from director Ruben Fleischer. And it's a good movie, and I watched this back in 2022, and I liked it. It was entertaining. You know, I like Tom Holland, I like Mark WahlBerg. The rest of the cast in here is pretty awesome as well. Tati Gabriel's in here playing Joe Braddock, and that same character, or same actress, is going to be the lead in the newest Naughty Dog game with Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. And, people were hating on it, but she looks really good in that game, and I can't wait to see her. But the lady they got to play Chloe Fraser is Sophia Ali, and I don't know if she's the actress that played or voiced the character in the game. I don't think so, but she doesn't necessarily make a good Chloe Fraser to me. She's good, but they didn't necessarily use her as much as they could have. And then, there's no Elena from the games. In the first game, you meet Nate with Elena, right? You introduce the 2 characters that pretty much are, cohesive through the entire 4 games. Where's Elena at? They couldn't get a blonde girl to be Tom Holland's love interest this movie? I don't know, maybe they wanted to leave it open for Chloe or, Joe Braddock or whoever. But, there's Antonio Banderas is the big bad in this. And it's a good movie. It's decently entertaining. It's got the action to it. But now, after the fact of playing these games, I realize that an entertaining action movie it is, but a terrible video game adaptation it is also, because it's nothing like the games. I mean, the movie starts and it's stolen a little part from the 3rd game, and then there's some parts where Nate and Sully infiltrate an auction and have to steal something. That's from the 4th game, but they were missing his brother Sam, right? They tried to add the cool parts from the games to make it feel like the movie, to make the movie feel like the games, but I just think it was very poorly done and badly written. And the Uncharted games are very, very well written, between Elena and Nate and Sully, and Nate and Chloe and Sully, Nadine Ross, right? There's plenty of great characters that were throughout these games, and they used a couple of them in here, but I don't know if they were necessarily done well. Sully is this old man in the games. He's, come on, kid, you almost ruined my stogie. And Mark WahlBerg just isn't that, and he's got this big mustache, he's this old man. And, they kind of tied that to the end of the movie, where the post-credit scene, Sully saves Nate, and and Sully's got a mustache, and, but the whole movie he didn't, and so they're just going to give it to us in the post-credit scene, maybe the next movie he'll have a mustache. And it's been 2 years, almost 3 years at this point, because now it's 2025, and there still hasn't been a sequel to this movie. I think it's in the works, but if it is in the works, I hope they really go over to Naughty Dog and talk to Neil Druckmann and be like, hey, what can we do to make this movie better? Are there things from the games we're missing? And they are, the games, you're hunting treasure so much, and you're so invested in it because you're controlling the characters. But if you're, Tom Holland and Mark WahlBerg, they're like, hey, let's make a movie together. I kind of want to do an action adventure, Indiana Jones type of thing. And they're like, yeah, let's do it. What's the closest thing we can get our hands on that's IP? And he's like, I could get Uncharted. Oh yeah, let's do it. just because you can doesn't mean you should, you know? Like, I feel like this movie, if there was really people that were passionate about the Uncharted games, those are the people that should be making this movie, you know? But with all that said, it's still a decent action movie, and I still enjoyed it, and if a second movie comes out, I'm still going to be watching Tom Holland and Mark WahlBerg because I like them a lot. So, overall, I gave this movie 2.5 out of 5 stars. About a 5 out of 10, you know? It is what it is, and probably got a better score from me 2 years ago, but that's not where we're at today, you know? So comment below your score for Uncharted, and if you think that similar to me, if you've played the Uncharted games, or if you haven't, go check those games out because they're really awesome. You don't necessarily need to play the first 2 games, but the 3rd and the 4th game and the DLC are so dope. But yeah, go check those out for yourself. If you'd like to follow my other social medias, my links for those down in the description below. And if you'd like to support the channel, the best way to do that is by smashing the like button, subscribing if you're new, and make sure you hit that bell so you get the notifications and you don't miss future videos. My name's Big Cam. Thank you guys so much for coming on by, and I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Peace.